Oh, he was never a friend of mine. I did not know him, and I had nothing to ask of him. Do you not know what became of him, and the share he had in Edmond's misfortunes? No. I only know that sometime after Edmond's arrest, he married Mademoiselle de Saint-Méran, and soon after left Marseille. No doubt he has been as lucky as the rest. No doubt he is as rich as Danglars, as high in station as Fernand. I only, as you see, have remained poor, wretched, and forgotten. You are mistaken, my friend, replied the abbé. God may seem sometimes to forget for a time, while his justice reposes, but there always comes a moment when he remembers, and behold, a proof. As he spoke, the abbé took the diamond from his pocket, and giving it to Caderousse, said, Here, my friend, take this diamond, it is yours. What? For me only? Cried Caderousse. Sir, you do not jest with me. This diamond was to have been shared among his friends. Edmond had one friend only, and thus it cannot be divided. Take the diamond, then, and sell it. It is worth 50,000 francs, and I repeat my wish that this sum may suffice to release you from your wretchedness. Oh, sir, said Caderousse, putting out one hand timidly, and with the other wiping away the perspiration which bedewed his brow. Oh, sir, do not make a jest of the happiness or despair of a man. I know what happiness and what despair are, and I never make jest of such things. Take it, then, but in exchange... Caderousse, who touched the diamond, withdrew his hand. The abbé smiled. In exchange, he continued, give me the red silk purse that Monsieur Morrel left on old Dantès' chimney-piece, and which you tell me is still in your hands. Caderousse, more and more astonished, went toward a large oaken cupboard, opened it, and gave the abbé a long purse of faded silk, round which were 2 copper runners that had once been gilt. The abbé took it, and in return gave Caderousse the diamond. Oh, you are a man of God, sir, cried Caderousse. For no one knew that Edmond had given you this diamond, and you might have kept it. Which, the abbé said to himself, you would have done. The abbé rose, took his hat and gloves. Well, he said, all you have told me is perfectly true, then, and I may believe in every particular. See, sir, replied Caderousse, in this corner is a crucifix in holy wood. Here on this shelf is my wife's testament. Open this book, and I will swear upon it with my hand on the crucifix. I will swear to you by my soul's salvation, my faith as a Christian. I have told everything to you as it occurred, and as the recording angel will tell it to the ear of God at the day of the last judgment. Hold up. Hey. Now wait a minute. Why is Dante giving the jewel to Caderousse? Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me back up a second. Wait. I think I've taken the last 2 chapters a little too literally. When you go this piecemeal through a story, you tend to lose sight of the larger scope of things, which is, this diamond doesn't mean shit to Dante. He is using it to extract the information from Caderousse that he wants. So, really, I mean, there is no bargain here. He's just, it's a resource to him. So it's really no problem for him to give him this diamond. I mean, it's not like he's going to be in the negative for it. But it's less that he's giving him the diamond than he is not seeking vengeance. Or maybe the stories shifted his heart. I mean, we don't really get much of Dante's inner perspective on any of this. We see some of his outbursts, some of his, emotional fits that make his mask slip, but we don't really know what he's thinking about all of this. Maybe that'll come in tomorrow, the last episode of the chapter, or maybe that's to come further down the line. He's going to return back to his headquarters on Monte Cristo. That fake castle I said he's going to build. Or maybe his headquarters is just his yacht now. I don't know. He's going to go away on his own and ponder everything that's happened here. And then we'll get a better understanding of what Dante's reaction is to all of this. But I guess what I'm circling here is, should Caderousse get off this easy? How do we feel about that? Is this an act of charity on Dante's part the way that Mercedes did? Does he give him the diamond after hearing that Mercedes took pity on him? If she can, I can too. Or does he have a longer term plan for Caderousse? Is he going to come back at some point and exact his revenge? I don't know. I'm a little, I guess I didn't really know how this passage was going to go. This exchange with Caderousse over, the length of it. I didn't know where it would end. It hadn't even entered my head until this very moment. But now that it ended with just Dante giving him the diamond, I don't know. I'm a little confused by it. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I guess I'm glad that Dante didn't seek murder, that he doesn't have that in his heart. That would be hard to follow a character through the rest of the book if he just outright slit this guy's throat right here. But not, I mean, is Caderousse getting away with anything? We did talk a few passages ago where Dante recognized, and we questioned at the time, the actual remorse that Caderousse expressed, and Dante said he recognized it as authentic. I still question that, but that's me. But we still have one episode left of chapter 27. Maybe there's going to be a last-minute twist at the very end here that is going to undo all of this. So why don't we head toward that conclusion and find out what it is. But since it's the penultimate episode, you know that I have to talk about the Patreon for our podcast network, Gruntwork Podcasts. You can support this show and any show on the network over there for as little as $1 per month. And you can access that at patreon.com/gruntworkpod. It's in the show notes for every episode. Your contributions go a long, 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 long way to making, I mean, they're essential to making the show exist. I wouldn't be able to do it if you didn't contribute. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. We've got a long way to go. You know, we're not quite yet at the 1 year mark. We're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. And we still have 3 years left to go after that. So all of your contributions help to keep the hosting of the show going, all of the resources that we have to use to record, to edit, to just get everything up and going. So we're not profiting off of these shows at all. It simply goes right back into making it happen. So again, you can contribute over at patreon.com/gruntworkpod. You can also leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, subscribe over at YouTube. It helps to get us in the algorithm and in front of new people. That is a very, very important aspect that I can't emphasize enough. So if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't rated, if you haven't reviewed at any of those places, please do so. Please, please, please do so right after this episode. And of course, you can recommend the show to someone you know, because when you recommend it, they're more likely to listen. And if they're more likely to listen, they're more likely to stay. And I would deeply appreciate to grow this audience as much as we can over the course of these 4 years. And of course, you can also join in the discussion for free. Anybody who's listening to this can join in on our Discord, which the link is in today's show notes. I want to know what you think about the show. All these questions that I've had this chapter sound off in the Discord. I want to know what your thoughts are. And let me know what you would like to see from the show, from the Patreon, from anything else. Let me know what else you're reading. So until tomorrow, when we bring you the concluding episode of Chapter 27, until then, you know where to find me, right here. Okay, and goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.